welcome to the Gerard Williams Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have via phone today, we have Dexter Kennedy. Dexter, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, Dexter. Hey, listen, let me go ahead and introduce you to our audience. Dexter is an author, and we're going to talk to him about a book that he's done, and we're going to get ready to have a conversation so that you, my audience out there, will be able to get a better idea of who he is. He hails from Columbia, South Carolina. And Dexter, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, my name is Dexter Kennedy from Columbia, South Carolina, and the book that we'll be talking about today is Taking on the NFL, the National Martial Arts League. I am a retired martial arts competitor. I stopped competing in 2003 to kind of pursue my venture of creating a professional league of martial arts team like the NFL. Football, baseball, and hockey are all franchise team sports. Why not martial arts? So martial arts has been a sport in America for over 70 years. But I think personally that they've missed the opportunity to become a major league sport. So I believe that can change. And that was the reason for my book is to share my concept with the world and the United States and see if I can find investors, talent to take this venture to the next level.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. Let me ask you, when did you first get interested in writing this book?
I retired from the Army in 1994, and 1997, I had a death in the family, so I was trying to find something I could do to stay in shape. So I started lifting weights and bodybuilding and everything, and then I went to visit my mom, and my mom said, when are you going to do something about all these trophies, these karate trophies I had throughout from when I was a young 16-year-old competing in the martial arts circuit? And then she suggested, instead of me doing all this bodybuilding, why don't you just go back and, continue martial arts? So then I went on the circuit. I competed in NASCA, which is the North American Sport Karate Association, along with the National Black Belt League. And then after a few years of competing, I noticed tournaments hadn't changed since when I last competed in 1986. And I said, you mean to tell me there's no team competition? There are teams that, other than me winning a trophy and maybe getting a couple $100 prize money, there's nothing else I can do? And then that's what got me thinking, this can be done. Just like the Olympics is done, where you have weight classes and we have America representing Cuba or whatever in the Olympics. So we could do the same thing with martial arts. So then I went ahead and started doing more and more research. I put a website up, and I hired about 10 folks, and then we went on the road to try to create 12 teams back in 2003. And I had the team logos done up. I had sponsors with the Holiday Inn hotel chain. But I think my challenge at that time was that I didn't have a whole lot of folks that were interested in participating. See, one of the challenges in current martial arts is a lot of the folks believe that we need to compete with boxing. So, a lot of stuff you see on TV now with mixed martial arts, you'll notice that they'll go ahead and the big thing is the takedown, submission, or a knockout. So that's more getting into the martial art. That's more getting into the boxing space, where they had the Professional Karate Association for a time period where they had boxers that were coming, they couldn't do well in boxing, were transferring over into the Professional Karate Association, and they had a rule, minimum six kicks per round. So the boxer would come in there, lift their leg up as if they were kicking for 6 rounds, and then go knock the karate guy out. And I learned through that you kind of restrict the martial artist, because he's wearing boxing gloves, and that's not what martial arts is about. Trying to disable an individual with boxing gloves on. So I think you take a lot of that away. But in America, we've been doing martial arts tournaments for over 70 years. And the most exciting time of the tournament is those nighttime finals, when they have all of the champions from the various divisions get up on the big stage and compete. So I took that and put it into a two-hour platform so we can go ahead and make it presentable to the public. So that's another thing, another challenge, and I'd say the arena that my book is focused on is the point martial arts. This is where the guys wear the safety equipment, the headgear, the feet, and they wear a full uniform, because I see opportunities there as well to allow our martial arts competitors to get a chance to compete that are doing the point. So there's over 500 amateur circuits that compete using light to medium contact to vital areas, and they score points. And that's what my book's pretty much about, the concept on how we can introduce and implement a league such as this with points and teams across the United States to kind of mirror the National Football League.
You know, that's pretty interesting. You know what, you mentioned that you had a website already set up. Is that still up and running?
Yeah, the website is the nationalmartialartsleague.com or the N as in November, M as in Mike, A as in Alpha, L as in Lima.com. So you can either go to the nationalmartialartsleague.com or the NMAL.com. And it has a listing of all of the, it has the book on there that I'm working on selling to raise money for the league. It also has, we have the team logos with T-shirts, so we're selling T-shirts for the individual teams. We have a list of the different franchise opportunities, which has to do with there's a school for an individual who's interested in opening up a school, which is a martial arts school. And then there is a franchise opportunity to own a professional sports team, which is a martial arts team. Of course, they would have the responsibility of providing an annual tournament to determine the best of the best within their state to represent their state on the team. And then we have, of course, the master franchise, which includes the school, the team, and territory rights, and the opportunity to sell school franchises within your region.
You know, that sounds pretty intriguing. Listen, give me that email, not the email, sorry, the website address one more time so, for the listeners, because sometimes we don't have anything to write down. A pen and paper handy. Boys and girls, make sure you get pen and paper handy. Then you get some real good information here today. Go ahead and, Dexter, would you go ahead and give us that website again, sir?
Sure. The website is National, National, Martial Arts League. Martial, Martial, Arts, ARTSLEAGUE.com. Or, which is easiest for most people, is TheNMAL.com.
All right. Next, I understand you're getting ready for a book signing that you're going to do online. Can you elaborate a little bit for my listeners on that?
Yes. Right now, we're scheduling the book signing to be held October the 13th. It'll be a 2-hour book signing online. It'll be from 1 to 3 p.m. There's going to be some discounts. I have the book. The book is currently available now on Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, and Lulu. So I'm currently working out discounts. So on that day, for that 2-hour period, people will be able to get as much as 25% discounts on the book. For those who are interested in getting a signed copy, I plan on setting it up so they can go ahead and get a signed copy of the book. Of course, I'm working on the logistics of how that's going to work right now and getting it so that they can actually order the book, and then I'll get the book, sign it, and then send it to them. So I got to work out that and try to make it a reasonable price, maybe $12 or something like that to include shipping to their location. Also plan to make a PDF available for download of the book at $4.99. And then we'll be also, every 15 minutes, we'll be offering we're providing a free copy to those that sign up in the contest. And then we plan on putting this event on Facebook and then set up a teleconference for those people who want to call in and talk and ask questions during that time period. So we plan on having that scheduled October the 13th from 1 to 3 p.m.
October 13th from 1 to 3 p.m. I am pretty sure that you all wrote that down, but once again, October 13th, 1 to 3 p.m. Okay, Dexter, let me ask you one last question here. Actually, it probably won't be the last question, but how can my listeners get in contact with you other than the website? Is there a phone line that you're going to be using, or you want to just let them go through the website?
Well, there's two ways they can get in touch with me. One is through email, which is D as in Delta, Kennedy, Kennedy, at thenationalmartialartsleague.com. And then there's the phone number, which is 803-665-8453. Again, that number is 803-665-8453.
Great. This seems to be a great undertaking. It seems to be something that's really necessary and pretty much needed. You know, you mentioned that you were in the military. I remember when, back in the day, when I was in the Army, we had a drill sergeant that told us, he said, listen, I'm going to teach you just enough martial arts to go downtown and get beat up. That's all he gave us. But the interest in martial arts is great. You're right that the only concept they're seeing now is what's on the television, the MMA. And so it's time for something like this. I believe this is an idea whose time has come. We applaud you. We're going to do everything that we can to support you. I'm asking all of our listeners now to go ahead and make sure you check out the website, see what Dexter Kennedy has to offer. If you can get the book, go ahead and get the book. In fact, I'm asking all of our listeners, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of you guys, I'm asking all of you to go in and order a signed copy so that Dexter can go ahead and make his dreams come true. That's what we're all about here at the Gerard Williams Show, helping each other, building each other. The teamwork definitely makes the dream work. Dexter, I'm going to let you go ahead and have some final thoughts here for my audience. Anything that you might want to share with them that we didn't touch on, or maybe just a few parting words.
Well, basically what I want everybody to understand is, I am an individual that had a dream when I was a little kid that's playing in the NFL. So I was one of those kids that, as they're coming up, they play football in elementary school, middle school, and I played high school. Toward the cartilage in my knee, so that kind of set my NFL dreams down, because at the time when I played football, they didn't have a lot of the technology they have in place now for a person to recuperate. And the thing that helped me rebuild my knee was martial arts. So one of the main reasons why I've come up with this concept is pretty much martial arts needs a jolt. MMA, to me, it's kind of like them two kids at the bus stop that have a disagreement and they get into a fight. So it's very aggressive, and a lot of the competitors there are really aggressive. And in my book, I've got some comments from martial arts school owners about the differences between a MMA fighter and an individual who comes to their school to learn martial arts for discipline, respect, and honor. So the main focus in trying to get this league out is so children can have an aspiration like they do to play in the NFL and the NBA or hockey, those sports, but have that same kind of passion for martial arts, because there would be a league that a parent could go ahead and not worry about their child getting hurt in, like right now we're having all this concussion going on with NFL. And then with MMA, we haven't heard how malicious that can be or the after effects of that yet, because it's pretty new. We haven't had the 20, 30 years of study that they've started to introduce into the world about the National Football League. So I'm passionate about this. I've spent the last 12 years trying to make this thing better and better. And now what I need to do is I need to find me some team owners. I appreciate this opportunity to share my vision and my dream with your audience. Thank you for having me.
Well, Dexter, we certainly appreciate you. We are definitely going to throw our support with you. We're going to do everything that we can, like I said. And to my audience, once again, Dexter Kennedy, author, visionary, supporter. This is Gerard Williams for the Gerard Williams Show, your host and your executive producer. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye now.